Fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, Weeble.
Welcome. Welcome to Critical Hit Point. We're talking about whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just us two. I'm BillyBoBberson, as you can see down there.
I'm Courtsley, as you can see up there. I mean, down there.
Wait, no, I got you. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. So, we're here.
We are here.
We are here.
We are out here
We are out here.
in place somewhere, someplace,
Yup.
wherever we are. You should not know. Oh,
Whoa.
oh,
That's crazy.
crazy enough. So,
So,
what do you want to talk about?
oh, I actually had a couple things I wanted to talk about.
Is that so?
And I'm blanking out on it right now. I guess I'll start with I uploaded a video this week. So
You did upload a video this week,
It's
and
very
I
epic.
watched it. It was really good. I even showed one of my friends the video.
yeah,
Yeah,
it kind of blew up,
it did blow up.
which is kind of surprising. Honestly, I didn't think so many people would watch it.
That was like the fastest video rise I've seen.
It's crazy.
Since-
Like I uploaded it, I went to bed. The next day, it had like 1,000 views already.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, why are people watching this at like 3 o'clock in the morning? I was like, yo, that's like shit I would do when I just woke up. Like, I watched it at work and I'm like laughing at all the part time men because, like, let's just face it, I make that video.
Yes, sir.
But like I showed one of my friends, he also liked it. Right? He was kind of confused, like, oh, why are you showing me this video? I'm like, I just showed you my friend's video.
Yeah.
But I mean, he did have criticism for it, right?
Did
But
he?
us on like overall, right? Like I got his credit. Like even like when he said his criticism, I like said, oh yeah, I mean. That's like a thing he does, right? So he said that the criticism was that it seemed like you're like off script a lot of the times, right?
Oh yeah, no.
So you just like keep it concise, but like it sounds to me like I like it because it sounds more natural, right?
Yeah, I
When you're doing
I was definitely trying something new because like my older videos, I definitely tried to stick more to the script. But like with this one, I'm kind of like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's start experimenting.
Yeah,
So I'm
just
like,
start talking.
yeah, just start yapping about shit, and sometimes it ends up being pretty funny. Like the goofy bit. It just popped in my head. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, I think yeah, because of how natural it sounded, like it more like I think you sound more expressive too, right? Instead, I just sound like a robot.
Yeah,
I guess that's probably not how I would do. Like again, it's different styles or whatever, right?
of course.
But like I said, I'd probably stick more to a script. But like the way you did it was absolutely fine.
Yes.
I liked it.
I kind of like doing it in that style more because it gives me more freedom to do whatever.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a double-edged sword because it means that in editing I have to be like, oh, okay, is this joke funny enough to put in the video?
Yeah.
No, I was fucking being stupid.
There's also, I mean, another thing would be also the constant because you're not on script and you don't have words in front of you. There's gonna be a lot of stumbling, right?
Yes.
So I guess that's another thing, right? There's like a few times you are stumbling through the video, like
Yeah,
stumbling on words.
I'm not good when I'm like
Just
improv.
Yeah.
Which is honestly, it's kind of why I kind of like doing this podcast because in a way it's kind of like improv in itself.
It is.
Where you just talk
helps
about
you,
whatever.
right? When I was doing drama, right? Because I was big theater kid. Not
Oh
really,
yes,
but
of course.
but I was doing a lot of art stuff in high school, right? Music and drama, and with drama, you learn a lot of things about improv, right? Try not to stumble on your words. I obviously forgot all of that,
Of course.
right? But yeah, it's definitely try like doing something over and over again. Will
Yeah.
definitely help you in the future when you're making more videos.
Yes. It's
I'm currently working on videos, like about like 10 of them, but like I've almost done a few of them, right?
hopefully
That's good.
we've yet to see some yet.
You have yet to see. Oh, but it's coming.
Hmm.
It's coming. I definitely want to make because I have 2 channels, right? Well, I mean, I have more than 2 channels now, but But because I'm trying to separate my stuff, right? With you're like, just fuck it, put everything on the one channel,
Yes.
right?
I mean, no, I do have a second channel.
You do have a second channel,
but it's
yeah.
like more for like the stuff that I don't consider as high quality.
Yeah, the extra stuff.
Like the extra stuff,
Right.
yeah.
Me, like, I want to do high quality gameplay videos and then high quality like talking videos. And for that, I want to separate them, right? And
Yeah.
that's just difference in style, right? Just whatever you prefer, right? But like, even when we're doing like firm videos,
Right.
right? We do that. Like that's all like it's like it can be different content, but it's all firm related,
Yes.
right? With my channels, right? I want to keep one strictly gameplay, and the other one just other stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Which is why on my second channel, it's not called Court Slays, it's called Court. Because I'm not slaying at the time.
Man, just in the court. Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, it's because I was considering like doing more than 2 channels because I wanted to try getting into live streaming.
Yeah.
That's
That's
fucking hard, by the way.
That's another thing. Because you have to keep talking to the audience. And, I mean, if you're live streaming, just like doing IRL stuff, right? It's like fine. But like when you're doing gameplay, you have to talk to the audience.
Oh, yeah.
Try not to get mad or else you're going to turn into a lolcow. And then play the game at the same time.
Yeah, basically, just you got to engage with them, and
Yeah.
honestly, that's not how I like playing video games.
Yeah, playing video games, you want to stay focused, stay quiet, stay laser on, right? I guess what a lot of people do is when they're gaming, they won't talk as much.
Right.
But like in between when they're practicing and stuff, they'll be talking to the audience and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I think I could naturally do it, just talk to people while gaming, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I've had an idea for a video, like it's probably going to be on the second channel, where it's just like me trying to describe something while playing a fighting game. so it's gonna like work on both ends of my mind, trying to focus on countering shit and not dying, while also keeping my ideas going.
Yeah.
Or something like, I don't know.
I think with playing games and trying to talk to people, right? I mean, with you, right? Because when you're focused, like you do like when you do something on screen that you find hype,
Yes.
you start screaming.
Well,
Right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh my god, right? So like, try to talk, and then something happens and you freak out. And then you gotta remember what you were talking about. It's definitely gonna be a challenge.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, it's I don't know, that's just there's a mode I get into while I'm gaming where I'm just like, hey, that's pretty cool. And like because sometimes when you guys like in the Discord, I sometimes forget that you guys are
And
there.
then we start
So
talking.
I kind of
and you're
just
like, oh, yeah.
zone out and play video games.
I mean, I do that a lot too. Like when I'm talking to people, I just zone out, right? It's not as bad when I'm playing video games because I'm focused on the video games. But like when I'm thinking about like stuff for like I'm always doing that. I'm thinking about stuff I can do with characters.
Right.
Right? I'm like, oh, I can go home and try that. When I was playing Dragon Ball Fighters, I'd literally be at work thinking about like combos. I'm like, you could probably do this. I'm gonna go home and try it. Like I wouldn't even look stuff up. I just think about it. So like, oh, I can probably try to see if I can do this. Go home and then try it out. Right? And this is the same thing with Guilty Gear when I'm thinking about Elfelt stuff or something. Right? People or yeah, I'd be talking to people and like I'm just zoning out, and then I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I'm in a conversation. I turn around,
Right.
I tried to engage back in the conversation, right?
Yeah. It's it's funny. It's kind of a lot of, or I guess for me, like fighting games is like a lot of like improv because I'm not reading all that shit.
I feel that.
I'm just doing whatever feels fun to do.
Yeah, I'm when we play fighting games, we're different, right? When I'm playing, I don't read a lot of the like stuff for people, right?
Yeah,
I'll go back and actually I'll go and actually sit down and read it when I have time,
Right.
right? But like, usually when I'm playing, I just try to see with my eyes to see if something's like plus, safe, or minus, right? See if you can combo something. I'll go into practice and just practice it, right? But like a lot of stuff I just try to do on the fly, like a lot of the stuff that you're like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. I just figured out you can do that now, right?
Yeah.
Like grabbing command grabs, right? When you're playing Bridget, I'm playing Elfelt, right? You try to command grab me and I just read it. I did that once by accident, and I just knew from there. Like, oh, that's pretty cool. You can do that, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, fuck it, I'm trying this out, right? But even when I was playing that Bridget on the live stream,
Yeah.
right? When they did the aerial quarter circle forward kick, right? The one where she comes down with the bear.
With the bear, yeah.
Right? I did not know because I knew that Elfelt's slash was anti-air. Like, I knew it was an anti-air, not a reliable one, but I knew it was an anti-air.
Right.
So when she was coming down, I was like, "Fuck it, we're going for it." Right? And I did it, and I'm like, "Oh shit, it actually worked." I thought because of the active hitbox, it hit me, but I guess it was like I guess I was in like a sweet spot for it. So I just did it, and yeah.
I guess so. I mean, I guess it makes sense in a way because like it does feel like there's like a little gap before the command grab lands, where you can grab her. But yeah, going back to what you said, like we both play very differently.
Yeah.
When I find new shit, I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool, and then I either remember it or don't.
I feel that.
I just go on with my day. Yeah, no, it's fun. Because sometimes I like to practice the most stupid combos that use all the meter. And then I land it online. I'm like, hey, look at me, I'm doing shit.
Hey, it was like, look at that.
And then I fucking die to blue Roman cancel because I have no fucking
Meter.
I have nothing to do, and just yeah, no, that's how it is.
You know, I do tell you when you're playing, I'm like, hey, don't use our meter.
Hey man, it's the same message. Yeah, one of my favorite things to do in that game is the fucking after a hard knockdown, you go for a command grab, and I think I practice it so much that I have like a pretty good timing.
Yeah.
To like know when to grab frame one or something like that. So yeah, that's fun. It always catches people off guard. It catches backdashes, and then when they try to jump, I can be like, hey, don't jump because I'll grab you there too. So,
yeah, I mean, another thing with, I guess this is similar for us, but when people keep doing stuff in a game, right? Well, I mean, for using Guilty Gear, I think it's a big example because we both play a lot of Guilty Gear, right?
Yes. Guilty Gear is the only funny game I play.
With so when we're playing, you notice stuff, like a lot of people do this, right? They notice stuff that people keep doing in a pattern,
right?
And then they start to exploit that, right?
Yes.
I mean, that was a big thing too when I'm playing Dragon Ball FighterZ, like any other fighter. You start to notice that people keep doing a certain pattern with something, right? So, like, Dragon Ball FighterZ, they'll do, I guess this is a big thing for, like if you just start the game, they'll do down heavy into super dash. Right? And I used to clip people all the time with that. Yep. Right? Because they'll do down heavy into super dash when I first started. And I'm like, oh yeah, you can anti-air super dash with down heavy. Right? And it's the same thing with literally any other fighter. There's going to be like a certain pattern that people just do that you'll see, right? Actually, a good example would also be Mortal Kombat. People will go for poke and then grab.
I think, right? I think that's like the most universal example.
Yeah. Poke and then grab.
Strike throw.
Right? I mean, it was strike throw. You have to like hit the person, right? And then go in for the grab, right? But people will poke some. I mean, yeah, strike throw. That's a big thing in Mortal Kombat. They'll go strike, and they'll go and throw them. But like Guilty Gear, I noticed that some people, especially if they're in the corner, they'll do a move. They'll pause for a bit. They'll run up and try to grab you. Right?
Yeah.
That's a big thing that people like do in Guilty Gear.
I like doing that in Guilty Gear. It's very easy with Bridget because of her yo-yo pressure. Yeah, like when she has a yo-yo out and you're in the corner. My favorite thing to do is just to run up full screen and throw them. It works a lot of the time, surprisingly.
Yeah, because people don't expect you to do that, right? But yeah, Fighting
Fight.
games is something so great, isn't it?
It really is, honestly.
But
Like,
I still remember that one person on Reddit who like quit fighting games altogether because they did not like Street Fighter Six.
bro?
He was like, because of Street Fighter Six, I am now certain that I will never like fighting games because I'll never be good at them.
Damn.
And I'm like, yo, that is a bad mindset to have.
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta sit down and learn that shit, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing about fighting games. It's one of those games you really have to, like, at least somewhat have an idea of what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, right, because when people start fighting games, right, they don't know. Like, you have to know what you're doing, right? It's not like one of those things. I mean, most fighting games are the same, kind of like how most shooter games are the same, right?
Yes.
So just pick up an easy fighting game, and then
Like Guilty Gear.
right? And then learn it, and then a lot of that knowledge will transfer into a lot of different fighting games you start playing, right?
Yeah, and then the more you dig into it, the deeper it goes.
Yeah, the more you dig into it, the deeper you go, the better, and the better you'll be.
Yeah,
Right,
you just get better naturally.
Right? I mean, when I first started playing fighting games, like a lot, was when I was like 16, right? That's when I really got into like playing a lot of fighting games, and my first one, even though I played it before I was 16, was Killer Instinct. Really, that's the one I really got into, and that's an easier one, but also like a lot of technical stuff to go with it, right?
Right.
But like once you start to learn, like get the hang of it, you start playing other fighting games. My big first one was Dragon Ball Fighters, right? And that's the one I really, really, really got into. And because of that, I started playing other like older fighters. Like I played Garo Mark of the Wolves,
Yeah.
and a lot of the older King of Fighters. Those games are phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah, you've definitely become the fighting game guy in our in the firm friend group.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I wanted to do was get a lot of people into. That's why when we go to like functions and stuff with all of our friends,
Right.
I want to play Dragon Ball Fighters because I'm like I really want people to learn how to play Dragon Ball Fighters so I can have people to play with. Right?
Yeah.
It's good that you play a lot of Guilty Gear because I would need a lot of people to play Guilty Gear with, or else I would get bored really easily. Right?
Yeah.
It's good because I like to have like stuff to share. Like even though with like Kirkland, he plays a lot of the same games I do, right? But he doesn't play as much fighting games as I do. But he'll dabble in some. So Dragon Ball Fighters was a big one. Even though we never fought each other a lot, he always wanted to fight me for some reason, right?
Yeah.
And I never go like hard, right? Even when I play with like you or like a lot of other people, a lot of my friends, right? I don't try to go so hard,
Right.
right? So I'll just do a lot of stupid mistakes and whatever. Even I was playing Smash yesterday with people, and I just fucking suicided for no reason, right? But
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
but but like what I was still, because even though I want you guys to play, I don't want to like
You don't want to deter.
people from playing, right?
Yeah,
Because
from
they'll see it
playing.
and be like, I'll never be that good. That was like,
It's like it's like a weird dichotomy because it's like on one hand you want to show how cool this game is, but on the other hand you don't want to be too oppressive about it.
yeah. I think another thing that will ruin it is the internet, because people will go on and see like big plays and whatever, right?
Yes.
And then they'll be like, "Oh, people like that are playing like that. Then I'll never be good at this game." When there's gonna be plenty of people that are like the same skill level as you, right? You just gotta go in and just start learning.
Yeah, there's always someone at your level.
I told you I think I told you the story before. When I first started playing Dragon Ball Fighters, I was playing against some guy who was like 900,000 battle points. I was like, holy shit, that's a lot of fucking battle points, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna kick my ass because I just started. I had like what 5,000,
Yep.
right? And he obliterated me, and I'm like, yo, bro, you're so good at this game, right? Can I friend you just in case I want to play with you later, right? Because I want to learn. Right? He's like, yeah, man, sure. And I didn't play with him for like a year and a half, and he messages me out of nowhere like, hey, bro, you want to play? I'm like, oh yeah, this is the guy I fought before. I'm like, yeah, sure. He was still like 900,000. I think he might have gotten some more battle points. Bro, I was at fucking 1,800,000.
Damn.
Right? He came in and he just got absolutely decimated. Right? But like, it's those things. It's like look where I started. Look how I got.
Yeah, this is
Right?
the student versus the master.
Right? You just gotta sit down and just take your time and learn these things. Right? It doesn't come in like that. Like, not every game needs to be a shooting game or a ball game.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to make your catalog that and be made fun of by everybody on the internet. Right? You can literally just go in and learn, like, go play a different game. We just
Yeah, I mean, like, all the modern fighting games are like,
they're so easy to get into now.
People keep saying, "Oh, it's getting too easy," but like, I think it's good for the
Better.
the community, because it's like,
Because here's how the big. I think it relies on two things. One is it's easier,
Yeah,
so
it's
so newcomers can get into it.
yeah, lower barrier of entry, which
Right?
is good.
And then another thing is because a lot of these fighters share the same mechanics as older fighters. Right? You can go back to Street Fighter 2 and find a mechanic that's still alive today.
Yes.
Right? You can, so because of that, you will still have people from those days who are really good at those games be good at these games because they carry the same mechanics, but
Right.
they still play the games throughout the years. Right? So legacy players will still keep their same skill level. It's not like
Yeah.
newcomers are coming in just decimating everyone. I mean, yeah, that happens, but like those are like people who had to sit down. It's not like they sat down and just got good at it like that. Right? They had to sit there and train and train and train and train and train. Right?
It's kind of similar to like shooter games as well, like the way you learn,
Yeah.
because it's like, if you ever played like Counter Strike, like that, this like learning all the shit, it's like, well, I mean, you click on heads, but it's like, the positioning, the grenades and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That shit can carry over to like Valorant,
Call of
or
Duty.
Call of Duty,
Like
or like
any
any
game
other
like that.
like 5v5,
Right.
one life only.
Because they may have different mechanics, but they're still based within the same category of games.
Yeah, so
Right.
it's basically like the same learning curve, which is, it's very interesting.
Yeah, that's why I love playing fighting games, because like you can go and play a game, go to another game, and it's like, oh, they have different mechanics. I gotta relearn. I gotta learn this game, but like you can control the game better because you have played other fighting games.
Yes, you have
Right.
an idea of how everything works.
Exactly. Right. And that's what happened to me when I fucking learned all the games that I played over the years. Right. I went on a thing back when I was living with my mom. Right. Where I just bought a bunch of old fighting games.
Yeah.
Right. I played them. Right. I think I remember playing one of the earlier Guilty Gears. Right. And I was using Kai Q. First ever made Kai Q's right. Played him for like 10 minutes.
Damn. All right. I never knew that. Actually.
Yeah. But like I was doing a loop that I was learning. Like I was just learning a loop with him, and then I did that and never touched the game again. Right? I still don't remember which Guilty Gear it was. It could have been the first one. It could have been the first one.
Interesting. Well, yeah, the first game has a lot of infinites.
Right? But I don't think it was the first one. I think it was a later one. But yeah, it was really. It's really interesting to see. Yeah, even though I've only been playing new fighters, I can go back to older fighters and be like, oh yeah, I know I can probably do this, right? Right? And older fighters are like very fun to play in, like just doing arcade mode and stuff, right?
Yeah, usually, yeah. I think I got into fighting games because of you, honestly.
My fault.
Yeah. Yeah, I got into it like, I think 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Is Guilty Gear Strive, obviously.
Yeah.
I picked it up.
You did have the game. I saw that you had the game for a long time before I got the PC.
Yeah, I had it for a while, but I never really like tried it out until
Until I started playing it, right?
Yeah. And picked it up. I didn't put it down.
Yeah, exactly. Right? You just gotta sit down and just try these games, right?
It's very interesting seeing my like improvement
Mm-hmm.
as Bridget, because I like Bridget. I made a whole video. Characters that vibe. Go watch it. But yeah,
that plugin.
but yeah, no. Because like I have some of my matches saved, like when I was like still learning the game.
Yeah.
and it's very interesting because you can go back and see them and like be like, hey, I could have done this, or why did I do that, or what the fuck am I doing here? You know?
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things is when you start a fighting game and you go into the rank and then you see like what rank you have to like you try to hit. Right?
Yeah, that's
So you're always looking up at that goal line.
yeah.
Right?
And again, rank isn't everything.
Rank is
that's
not.
that's like one of the simplest pitfalls you can fall into when playing a fighting game.
Yeah.
Like measuring your skill by your rank.
Yeah. That's
Like
rank is not everything. I've seen people with 5 ranks above me and they are nothing.
yeah, rank is nothing. It's experience that matters.
Yeah.
So,
Sitting down and playing is like you could people think like, oh, the person's just probably sandbagging or whatever, right?
yeah.
Bro, a lot of times people just go into rank and they just go in to have fun. They know like they'll know they're better. Right?
Right.
But they just go in and just start doing shit, right?
Yeah, so like one of the things that I'm trying to put into my head is that fighting games are a game that you learn. It's
Yeah.
not a game that you win or lose.
Yeah, it's a game where even if you win or lose, you have to go back and see what you've done to see if you can learn something,
Yes.
right? Or even learning stuff on the spot.
Yeah, I usually do that, like learning on the spot, where if I win or no, more it's mostly if I lose.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what am I doing too much? What's too predictable for me?
Yeah, I think that's what makes people stay away from it because they just think they're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah.
instead just blame the game, blame the other person because it's not a team-based game, right?
Yes.
Unless you're playing like I don't know that new game that's coming out 2XKO, right? Like it's not. They try to blame when they play like a game like Overwatch or Counter-Strike or something like that, or
Yeah.
a game that involves a team. They always just blame the other team, right? They can't just sit there and blame somebody when they're playing a fighting game because
Right,
they're
yeah.
playing it by like there's them versus the other person. You can't just say, "Oh, the other person's cheating" when they're not cheating.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just so they just go down to they're just a sweat. They're just better than you. That doesn't mean they're a sweat. It just means they're better than you. Right?
Yeah.
You're not like people try to think that they're the average. They could be way below average, right?
Yeah, they
If-
might be having a bad day or
Or
something.
having a bad day, or just you're just not picking. You're not learning as much stuff as you think you are, right? Like if somebody says if somebody's at 4-2 in Guilty Gear, right, and they call somebody from 4-4 a sweat, what are they even doing, right? Because
Yeah,
4-4 is not 4-10.
You just
Right?
yeah, and 410 is not celestial.
And 410 is not celestial, right? There is a huge skill gaps, right, in
Yeah.
410 because of how easy it is to rank up in Guilty Gear, right?
Right.
But if you go into celestial, it is pure demons. Like,
Yes.
those are the people that are just good at the game, right? I should know this. I am currently in celestial, fighting for my fucking life.
Bro, I've been trying to break into celestial for so long.
Bro, honestly, bro, I want to go back to 410, bro. It's pure demons, right? I was fighting a soul bad guy
Yeah.
who was like level 40, right? But I think it's a learning under a thing, right?
Of course,
and
of
he
course.
I think he beat me 2-1, right?
Yeah.
I think I beat in the first game, whatever, but they need a buff elf out. I know I had that whole thing about not blaming anything, but they need a buffer.
Oh god. Yeah, no.
I mostly do that for jokes, though, right? I don't really care about, like, balances that much, right? Because the game's still, like, she's still a viable character, but, you know,
Yeah,
there's characters that are better. You know, I just want a few things for her.
just a couple things.
Just a couple
a
things to
couple
make her a
things.
little better, you know?
Yeah, no. I kind of want to go back to like the win-loss
Yeah.
mindset, because it's very interesting because it kind of ties into like psychology,
Yeah.
where it's like, you know, the fixed mindset versus the growth mindset.
Mm-hmm.
People who think, oh, I can't improve, I can't get better, that's a fixed mindset right there.
Yeah.
They think, therefore they are. Which is honestly kind of a goated quote.
It is goated. Yo, when Shakespeare said that, bro. Yo, he knew what the fuck he was talking about.
Bro, Shakespeare must have been a god at fighting. Can you imagine? Ye old Okie Zemic.
Yo, DP.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think a really good example of these is like when we're playing the online tournament.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh
You were in
man.
a you were in a
I
rut,
was in a really bad mindset that day
right?
because like the weekend because it was on a Sunday, a Sunday evening.
Yeah.
But like that weekend we were going to Niagara.
Yeah.
So
No practice,
no
no nothing.
practice. And like the week before, at least for me, I went to Blue Mountain.
Yeah.
So
You're exhausted.
I'm physically and mentally exhausted, and I think because I went hiking
Yeah.
at Blue Mountain, which is like, man, what a trek that was.
Yeah. It was definitely something.
Yeah, I was. I think it started from like a joke where me and my cousin Matthew we were like fucking around and be like, you know what? I'm gonna go take a hike. So like, and then we found out there were actually like hiking trails and shit.
Yeah.
So then, me, Matthew, my sister Sarah, and my extended family member, AJ. I don't know how it works. Filipino family trees, you know.
You already know.
So yeah, we were hiking up that shit, and I think our first mistake was not taking any long breaks. Like we were just gunning it to the top.
Oh wow.
I think we took one picture at like the halfway point, or like a couple pictures at the halfway point, and then we're like, all right, let's keep going. And
Yeah,
at
that's
the
bad.
end of
You
it-
should have taken.
At the end of it, we were fucking exhausted, bro. Like it was a godsend that there was like a beaver tails up there, so we at least had something to drink afterwards.
Yeah.
But like, bro, that shit was tiring.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I had that, and then Niagara Falls the week after.
Yeah.
We did a lot of walking around like Clifton Hill.
Yeah.
I think we were mostly at the arcade that weekend. Should have went to Niagara on the Lake actually.
I still want to do under, but I guess because of conflicting times and people getting tired, we cut it a lot short.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, I mean it was a very tiring weekend that week.
Yeah,
There's some, the traveling was exhausting. There's some arguing.
Oh yeah, there's a. Fuck, I'm gonna expose myself.
Yeah.
So I'm not the best with showing up on time.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, I think that also added to my fatigue because like, when we were going to Niagara, I was trying to make it to the train, which
Yeah.
at that point already left.
Yeah, I'd already
So
left. So you just
I was
running.
fucking sprinting with my fucking gear and shit. It was not a pretty sight, bro. I was like, I was panting, I was sweating.
Yeah, it was bad, but it was still kind of a relaxing vacation, despite like the arguing and whatever.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, I think like I think the biggest thing we probably should have done was at least bring something to play Guilty Gear on,
Right, yeah.
Right?
Or just anything.
just anything, right? Because we had nothing to do, basically just watch TV.
We
right?
had a fucking LG and it wasn't a smart TV.
It wasn't a smart TV.
Hilton Hotel sucks. Fucking.
They were nice, just
They were nice. We had complimentary breakfast, which was good. But god damn it. LG TV without the smart? Kind of cringe, honestly.
still a little cringe.
A little cringe.
But yeah, I think the biggest thing is like you couldn't get a lot of practice in, right?
Pretty much. I mean, I could have practiced throughout the week, but like,
You work during the week. And
I
you're
work
also
during the week
doing also videos,
and I'm also editing.
right?
And at that point, I'm like, I don't really want to play Guilty Gear. I don't want more mental mind stack on top of
I
that.
think that's the same thing for me when I work during a week, right? Because I do like fucking hard labor, right? I go in like 6:30 in the morning. I come home, I'm just mentally checked out.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like I'm just tired. I don't want to do anything, right?
yeah. Same for me, cause like I'm like a graphic designer. I do like print and shit,
Yeah,
and like a lot of the work is just it's like basically all mental. Like you have to keep track of all this shit. Like, oh, is this price correct? Oh, is this
yeah,
design? Does this design have like an extra artifact which needs to be removed or something like that? Because like, goddamn, bro, I need you really need to be careful when designing because if you miss that shit and the customer notices, then I'm fucked. You know?
Yeah, Friday. I think. Yeah, that's why a lot of Friday sessions what they happen is like you sound way more tired. Like we sound tired because it's just
Oh yeah,
like we go to work and then we're just exhausted.
Yeah, we're
Right. That's why Saturdays are like more fun because like we rested, right?
yes, well rested.
Or well rested, even though like yeah we were working during the week. It's like we're well rested.
Yeah.
But just that one tournament, right? That happened on the Sunday
Yeah,
because we went to Niagara Falls. We traveled back. It's a good thing we went to Wendy's instead of doing like
Oh yeah,
that restaurant because we would have
instead of
been it would have been bad. We would have been cutting it short.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we probably would have gotten disqualified.
Probably, yeah.
Because oof.
Yeah. It
Um
was.
yeah, but doing that tournament, it really messed you up during that week.
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah.
'Cause-
No, my fucking mental was down to shit that weekend, bro.
Yeah,
Because I lost every set, and that fucking destroyed my mental.
yeah.
I think I only passed one round, but that was because of a DQ. But other than that, it was nothing. I couldn't get anything.
I found that when that happened to you, I was like, that's weird because he usually doesn't get this dejected.
It was very weird because no.
Like it never happened. Like when I went to Evo and the Anime North tournament, right? All I got were DQs,
Yeah.
and I was like, fine, right? And those were like bigger tournaments. This was like a smaller friendly, so I was like, what is going on,
I don't know.
right? So like that whole winning and losing mindset, it's not like that never happened to me. It happened to me before, when
Yeah.
I was younger, but like, because I've been playing fighting games a lot.
Yeah,
right, I can get that.
Yeah, I
right?
chalk it up to experience on your part why you didn't get
Right.
so dejected.
So like when I'm seeing other like my friends when they get dejected like that, I'm like, holy, they're going through it now. Like they're really learning fighting games, right? This is like we got to look at that, and then you got to be like, I need to get better.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I did a lot too when I was younger, right? Just fucking goof off or whatever, right? And like yeah, like I still love to goof off, but like I have to look at my losses and be like, I have to do better, right? Especially when I'm getting mad. Right? If I get mad, I gotta look at that. I don't blame the game. I don't blame the opponent. I don't blame anything.
Yeah.
I blame myself, and I look at that. I'm like, I have to get better.
Something I like to think when like I'm starting to feel the anger is that I start to become more self-aware because I remember like one of the weekends I was playing Guilty Gear and I was like on a big losing streak or whatever, and you were like, don't get mad, and I think I was like, I know, getting mad hinders my my mindset.
Yeah, because when you get mad, I've seen it before. It's not even on fighting games. I've seen you get mad before, and when you get mad, it fucks you up. Right? Especially if you get mad in a game you're usually like doing well in.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why one of the big things I'm always telling people, right, when they're playing games or when they're playing fighting games, is just, bro, don't let the losses get to you, right? Because you're only losing today, right? The next time you play, don't think about losing. Think about just trying to get that one.
Yes.
Think about try to do something different that isn't gonna fuck up your plays, right? Try not to take more risk, right? And try to play it safe, right? When I was playing, I was on defense most of the time. Right? I don't think people probably didn't notice. I was on defense most of the time. Right? And then I went in for a couple of pokes or whatever. The person who beat you, right? Like I said, I think he was just making a lot of mistakes. But like I was also just reading a lot of the stuff he was doing, right? I fought like a lot of May players, right? And so I know some of the exploits I could do against them, right? So I was just 6Ping a lot because that's what their dolphin stuff we use a lot, right?
Yes.
I would
usually, yeah.
intentionally go forward and use 6P, right? So they don't have enough time to get off their dolphin, right? And then I'm also doing a lot of strings where they seem like there's going to be a gap where they can attack me, but then I always get the counter hit.
The
right?
frame trap.
I don't know if you're listening to the guy and the stream. I don't even know if they're gonna release the matches, but
I think it's already like out. You could just ask the guy for.
Robos. Did Did he tell you?
No, I think he announced it in the general. He just didn't add anyone.
Okay.
And then like I saw one of the clips where like the video that came with it, it featured me, where it's like, hey, someone was like, hey, wasn't there one guy that cosplayed Virgin and it was also called BillyBoBberson? I'm like, that's me. So yeah, that was a
Yeah, tournament. I think the tournament itself was like, as an experience, like it was pretty good for an online tournament. But like, man, the organization behind it was kind of.
it was yeah. I mean, you know.
I think one of the big things that was kind of bugging me is when it was like, hey, is my opponent this guy? Like, I'm trying to get these matches done,
Right.
right? And bro, nobody was like listening to me. I was like, holy shit, right? But going back to that one May player, because they're the one who sent you to lose, right?
Yes, they were.
Yeah,
I it's funny because I felt like I could have beat him.
yeah.
And I think the fact that I didn't, that like made things even worse for me
Yeah.
mentally.
Yeah, I think that's one of the big things that will definitely mess with somebody. Is like, oh, bro, I could have beat him. Da, 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 da. I've done that so many times, or I legit started messaging people like, yeah, bro, one more match, bro. I swear to God, I know I can beat you, right? But like nowadays, because I chilled out a lot more, right? So if somebody beats me or like rage quits or something, it's like, yeah. I've seen people go teabag me and then leave. I'm like, right, I just don't get mad about it. Or like, I'm not like, oh, okay, now I'm sitting up and whatever, right? Because I'm like, I don't care, right?
Yeah.
Right. I just, the next time we see each other, I'm not gonna go as easy as I was going, you know. But yeah, even that May player, I feel like he thought he could have beat me too.
Right.
Right. I think I took him out 3-1. Right. And I think he felt like he should have beaten me, or he kept making a lot of mistakes. He kept saying he hated the matchup. Yo, let me tell you something. Alpha about bottom 5, right? The only thing she has is her damn Rekka, right? I think that's the only good thing that she has,
Damn.
right? Her strings have pretty good range, but like they're so slow, right? And yeah, I guess he was like, because he got upset, right?
Yeah.
I went to the Discord, you know, I tried to be like, oh, bro, GG's. You know, those were really fun matches, right?
Yep.
But I think, like, I could tell he was definitely, like, feeling it,
Yeah,
too,
he was,
right?
yeah.
So I think that's a big thing in in a lot of fighting game communities. Like, people need to, you know, just relax a bit more, right? Try not to take all their losses to their head.
Yeah.
And instead of look at it and be like, this is what I did wrong. This is what I need to do next time, right?
Yeah, no, that's definitely something that's tough to do in the moment.
Yeah, it's tough to do in the moment, right? But like, you saw me after I losing at Global, right? It's a major.
Yeah.
I was fine. I didn't win a single fucking match. I was fine. Anime North, I was fine too, right? I went up like, yo, that was some pretty cool matches, bro. GG, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, whatever, right? You did better than me at Anime North. You got 5th place.
I did get 5th place,
Right.
which was
First of all,
pretty happy about that.
congratulations about that. That was
Thank
it was a bigger tournament than the online one I think we did. Was it?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, like I think it was a bit bigger. But the Gomo one, that was a huge tournament. That was a major.
We got 33rd, which
Right.
isn't bad.
It wasn't bad. All of my matches were DQs though. So. I technically did the best because I got 3 DQs and then sent to losers and then lost that. And you won 2 matches
I won 2 matches and lost 2 matches.
and then lost 2 matches, so we got 33rd because
One was a mirror match, which
Yeah.
was, man, I love mirror matches with Bridget.
Yeah,
I love mirror matches in general because you get to learn like a lot of tech that your character can do.
you know that's actually a funny thing. A lot of people hate mirror matches.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
because they don't like it when people are better than them with their own characters. And that's one of the things I'm like, yo, just grow up, bro.
It was like an insult or something?
Yeah, they feel like, oh, because they're better than me, I'm just not as good, right, with the character. And like, I don't want that to happen.
Okay.
I know I'm better than you with this character. I'm not gonna fight you with this character because
Okay.
I know I'm better than you because I'm like, I mastered all these things about them, bro. I go into an alpha beer match, I win most of them. But even in those ones, I look at them, I'm like, oh, you can do that?
Yeah, no, I love mirror matches for that exact reason,
right?
because you get to learn while getting your ass kicked, which is
Yeah,
you know
and that's one of the big things with playing fighting games, right? Is I guess that's another beginner thing because they don't like losing with characters that they're trying to use, right?
right.
But even like okay, you're a beginner, right? You gotta learn these things, right? You
Yeah.
gotta learn how to play the game, right? I always find funny when people go into Dragon Ball Fighters, right? That was like a big thing, and they're like, "Oh, you're such a sweat," da 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 da, and I'm saying there, I'm like, first of all, I was going super easy because I had like they're at like 2,000. I was at 1.8 million battle points. I was going super easy.
Yeah.
Right, a lot of the matches you see on my Dragon Ball, like on my channel, right, the Dragon Ball Fire Rage quits. A lot of them are me like holding back because, like, bro, they are so low in skill level. I changed the thing in my room thing that but people don't reach, right? So.
Oh, I mean,
Like
of
it
course.
says experienced players, right? Experienced Dragon Ball Fighters players, right? But they always just jumped in and like, hey, I want to fight, and then they get mad at me after. I'm like, yo, like, you should have read the rules, bro. But
It's like that meme from Arthur. This sign won't stop me because I can't read.
literally, that is literally how it went, right? But I was going somewhere with this,
Hmm.
but yeah, playing when I'm like I'm holding back with them, they'll be like, "Oh, you're a sweat. You're just sweating at the game, bro." I'm just doing the universal bread and butter, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing the thing that almost all the characters can do with this game, bro. You, right? The fact that you don't know this and you're calling me a sweat, it's kind of crazy.
Hmm.
Right? Because that's all I'm doing. Right? I'm not doing any character specific TODs. I'm not doing all this different. I'm not exploiting the game against you. I'm literally just playing as basic as I can. It also happened when we go to like the birthday functions and whatever. Right?
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, you're sweating." They're like, "I don't want to play with you because you're really good." I want to play you guys. I don't do big things.
Oh yeah.
Right? I'm just doing bread and butters.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right?
Even when we play like Super Smash Brothers all together,
Yeah.
it's usually just me and you fucking around in the corner while everyone else is like trying to win.
Yeah, because we just have this fucking rivalry for no reason. It's literally because they go together. We just have this stupid rivalry going on.
Pretty much.
And I think no, not even it's because of Sonic Adventure 2. Let's be real.
Oh yeah, of course,
Definitely
dude.
because of Sonic Adventure
Dude,
2.
Sonic Adventure 2, my god. That's where all the shenanigans begin.
I think there needs to be like an Evo Sonic Adventure.
Yo,
Sonic
that would
Adventure
be
2.
so rad.
That would be
actually.
so cool. Yeah, I actually we should look up later if there's Sonic Adventure 2
We should.
battle.
We should. That sounds.
Things. That sounds very.
I'm
cool to
sure
do.
there's something.
And
There
if
has
there's
to be.
and if there's not, yo, we know what we're doing next. We are making that a thing, bro.
It's a new event.
But yeah, like just people having that mindset, they need to like grow out. Like they need to learn how to grow out of, right? Because like
Yeah, it's unfortunate because like sometimes they don't grow out of it,
yeah,
and they become people like low tier god or
DSP.
DSP,
Yeah.
and they're just because it's like it's weird because they have the potential to be good, right?
Yeah, I think what I always say because DSP won, like he won the Evo tournament, like not won, he came third place in the Evo tournament,
Right.
right? He called himself the number one best Street Fighter 2 player, right?
Yes, but that was
for
like
that year.
It,
It was a jank tournament.
Yeah, it was a
yeah.
broken
But
one, right?
the thing is, when you watch DSP play, he knows what he's doing most of like he mashes a lot. You can hear him mashing. You can
Right.
see him getting counter stuff. He knows what he's doing, but he's blaming everything else,
yeah,
right? Because of all of his mistakes.
and that's
Right.
hindering his growth.
Right, it's hindering his growth. The same thing with Low Tier God. If they were Low Tier God, I think he's a way better player than DSP. Right? But I also think because of like how like first of all if that character is fake for Low Tier God, that is one of the best characters I've seen in a while. Right? But like they're really really good at the games they play. It's just that because of how they act, people don't take them as seriously,
Yeah,
right? Because they always blame other things like, oh, it's the game's fault, it's my controller, it's the lag, right? Even though there's clearly no lag, right? Like we could just like, oh, you guys just don't feel it because you're not playing. We could see the fucking counter at the top.
It's right there, bro.
It's 50 ms at 0 rollback. Like, what are you doing? Right? And it was like, well, how are you gonna blame all this stuff, but I'll look at your gameplay, be like, maybe this is my fault. Right?
Yeah.
And I think because people always make fun of them, but I think the reason they make fun of them is because they actually have a big online presence. I think there's a lot more other people like that they don't admit it, but they're there, right?
Yeah.
Like going back to the Dragon Ball Fire thing, right? Somebody, one of our friends got mad because they're like, "Oh, I thought you said he didn't know how to play," right? And at the time, I was still new to the game too, so I didn't know like what exactly was he doing to get better, right? He wasn't doing nothing, right? Basically nothing, bro. It was like a bunch of bashing, right? But one of our friends got mad. He was like, "I thought you said we didn't know how to play," right? And then he slapped another one of our friends. The other friend punched him, right? Yeah, it was. I think that was the 1 year you were in there. But it was kind of crazy.
Okay. I was like racking my brain. Like, what the fuck? When was this happening?
Yeah, but it was like looking back, it was like nothing crazy, right? It's just he did a few moves that he didn't know how to do.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, right? Which is why when I went back and played, Dragon Ball Fighter with them again, right? You can see, like, of course, I grew. Like, there was a lot of growth there, right? Because I went and learned. I think I learned the universal BNB like the first hour.
Damn.
Right. And
That's the fighting experience.
yeah, right. But I think that was the first hour online. But like, the first thing I did was play the story. And then I just learned, like, I didn't even do the universal BNB when I went to one of their birthday things. I just did, I think it was water coconuts, but I went to his birthday party and I just did grounded attacks into down heavy and then super dash into like a super. Very, very basic.
Yeah.
Like as big as you could get. And honestly, that will carry you pretty high. Not too high into the rankings in Dragon Ball Fighters, but I'll carry you a lot higher than what you think it would. And then once you get there, that's when you like start losing it. You see a lot of the different like things that you could do. Why are you laughing?
I don't know. I got reminded of one of the team battles we did back at Litzloss place in the basement, where like I think it was me, Harrow, and someone else versus me, Harrow, and Kirkland versus you and Brayden. And like we were doing rounds and stuff. I think one of them like we killed off both of the characters that you were playing.
Oh yeah.
And then when it was Brayden's turn, he just
Took the
I wrote it down, I think, because like it's one of the things I want to like make an animatic of, because like the last round we played, like it was very tense and it was me and you and like we were fucking going at it. And I shoot the ground. We all popped off so hard.
Yeah,
that was pretty fun.
It's real because even when I lose a match with that, like I probably shouldn't have, but even when I lose a match like that, I'm like, yo, this is funny, right? Right, that's why I'll play fighting against people who are like not as experienced as me, right? Even when I play with Kirkwood, right? Kirkwood is not as good at Dragon Ball Fighters as me, right?
He might have some words to say about that.
He will not have words to say. He will look at you and be like, yeah, I'm not as good as him, right? But when we play, I always just try to do funny shit with him, right? And and that's how we just end up both trying to do funny shit with each other, right? We're not really trying, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
We have so much fun, even when we're playing with each other. You're trying to run up and grab me all the time. Right? And after like 5 matches, like, all right, he's gonna try to run up and grab me, and then you'll do a little backdash, and I start throwing shit. But that's like I said, that's why I like playing like fighting games, like not just with not just with Kirk, but with everybody, right?
Yeah.
Because like it's a good experience because you can have so much fun when you're playing, right? With Smash, I guess the skill gap is lower because everybody's played Smash, right?
Yeah, dude, the skill floor is like pretty low.
All right, it's lower, so like people could just steal games off of you, right? But they don't want to do fighting games because I guess to them fighting game is more like more technical.
Usually when we go to the party functions, like the thing with the Smash is that it's a big free for all, so it's I'm like, all right, I don't care.
Yeah,
but once it turns to a 1v1 format, that's when I lock in.
That's when you lock the fuck in.
Because that those moments are so rare and few and far between.
Yeah, I think the thing with Smash is that playing it a lot, it gets repetitive, right?
Yeah, dude, I played the shit out of Smash 4 on the Wii U.
Yeah.
It's like the big thing. And I think it got to a point like a couple months after Smash Ultimate where I'm like,
you just didn't care anymore.
I'm tired. I'm tired, boss.
Yeah. I think that was one of the bigger things while I was playing Mortal Kombat because when MKX dropped, I didn't play it till like 2017.
Yeah.
Or no, like 2016. Because I started watching YouTube videos, and I'm like, hey, let's get into it. That was like the first fighting game I was like really good at, right?
Yeah.
Killer Instinct I got good at after, but when I was playing and then MK11 dropped, like, oh shit, MK11. I forgot that a lot of Mortal Kombat games, they don't transfer over the same skill set as the last one, right? Or the same move set. So let's say Sub-Zero, right? Yeah. Let's say Ice Ball is down forward Y. Yeah. In Mortal Kombat X, or in Mortal Kombat 11, it's down forward X. Or down forward X instead. And it's like, that's so weird, because now you gotta relearn these characters.
That is a little strange.
And they'll sometimes even be like, Spear is back forward A, and you'll be like, oh, that's weird because in this game it was back X. Right?
You just keep changing the controls every game.
So they'll just change it. So a lot of the legacy Mortal Kombat players, they'll switch games, right? Damn. And I hate this because I want to stick to a certain character, but my characters from MK9 to MK1 go like this. MK9 was Ermac. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't play online. It was more like a casual thing, right? But I loved Ermac because he looked so cool.
Of course.
Right? MKX, my main character. I tried to play every character in that game, right? That was one of the biggest things I did when I was younger, with MKX and definitely Dragon Ball FighterZ, was try to learn every character. So I can at least do one combo with them, right? So I don't get bored just playing one character. I think my main in that game, though, was Takeda. With the Ronin, I think it's the Ronin variation where he throws the laser swords. Right? But you can see Ermac is an X, but I switched to Takeda because his moves are different, right? And then 11, they didn't have Takeda, they didn't have Ermac, so I played Cassie Cage as my main character. Then I switched to Shang Tsung, and then MK1 I used Sub-Zero. That was our 6 different characters.
Wow,
in the span of 4 games.
Damn, 6 whole characters you have to learn.
6 different characters I had to learn, and that's MKX is probably way more characters. I think I used 2 variations of Scorpion, Boraicho, Alien. Like there's a Jason. I think Jason's my first main actually in MKX. Leatherface. Like I used all these different characters. And it's bad because I can sit there and I can learn all these combos or whatever, and do all these things, and it won't matter when I pick up the next game because the mechanics just get a huge overall, right? That's one thing. I guess that's one thing I don't like about the NetherRealm games, because if you go from Injustice to Injustice 2, you can have the same main character. I mean, a lot of characters from Injustice are not in Injustice 2. But they keep the same moves for the most part. They might add some moves or whatever, but they keep the same moves. They have the same mechanics. And I don't know why they don't do that with Mortal Kombat. It kind of bugs me. right? You can pick up Soul Bad Guy and Guilty Gear 1, the first ever Guilty Gear,
Yep.
and still play him in Guilty Gear Strive,
Yep.
right? You cannot do the same thing with Mortal Kombat characters, and it bugs me.
That is weird. Maybe it's like so everyone has like a fresh slate.
Yeah,
in
I
each
mean,
game. That's my only my only reasoning for that.
I guess that's the big thing, right? Like everybody get a fresh slate, but like it's not like I hate it to the point where I just hate those Mortal Kombat games, right? I don't like their stories, but like
Damn.
like I don't hate the gameplay of the games, right? I like even though it's very controversial, I liked MK11, how it's like more slowed down than it was MKX and MK9, right?
Yeah.
MK1 I think has a lot of potential, right? Even though I've been hating on it for a long time because it barely works on PC. It has a lot of potential. MKX and 9 were just really fun because of how fast they were. But like the thing is they all feel like just different games altogether, right? They don't even look the same, right?
I see. Interesting.
Like you can see Scorpion and be like, oh yeah, that's Scorpion, whatever, right? But like they look so different than how they were in the last game. It kind of bugs me. It's like, yo, carry some things, you know. Don't just say yellow, that's Scorpion. Like carry some things over, right?
Damn.
Let him keep let him keep a stance. Let him keep, you know, some other things, right? Make the animations similar. Instead of just that's just me though.
Damn.
I know a lot of people don't feel the same way, but like I said, I don't hate Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was the first ever video game series I got into. Right? A lot of people are like, oh, Mario. Oh,
That's me.
Sonic or whatever. Bro, my first ever game was Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate. That game, you see me play it at 8-Bit Beads when we go there.
Yes.
Right? When I play that game, I lock the fuck. Right? Because first of all, that game is bullshit. But like, bro, I am locked. Right? I can't cheese it because the arcade version doesn't have the cheese character. But
I see. Damn.
yeah.
No, I didn't notice. I was too busy playing Tetris.
But yeah. I guess this is my big gripe with Mortal Kombat games. They're still fun. Don't get me wrong, but they're still fun. But fuck.
You know.
We're doing all this talk about fighting games.
Yes.
Evo this weekend.
Oh, you're right. That's kind of a big thing that's happening right
It's
now.
a big thing that's going on right now. I don't know any good pro player. I mean, I saw Lord Knight playing, and he makes me want to pick up not Testament. He makes me want to pick up Heat Hero again, ABBA.
Yeah.
Because I look at it and play, I'm like, ooh, I can do that.
Yeah. No, I think you know that small Guilty Gear server that we're in?
Yeah.
I think one of them, they mentioned that some of their friends are going to Evo,
Oh yeah,
which is very interesting.
that is because we mostly live that server is based in Ontario, so
Yeah.
they would have to travel out. I mean, I guess it's not all people from Ontario. The first guy I fought was from Europe, which was very evident by the connection, but you know, it's fine.
Evo's going on right now, and
Yeah, I definitely want to.
pretty damn cool.
Definitely want to watch some matches soon.
One of these years we gotta go to Evo.
Yeah, I think I want to plan it for. I did say next because we do. I guess Niagara Falls will become like a yearly trip. I don't think I'm gonna just do Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Next year, I'm definitely trying to like go to like Evo or go to Japan.
I wanted to do that as well. Like,
Right.
it's just I don't know how to plan for that.
Yeah, the thing is, I want to do either or. I don't want to do both.
Yeah.
Right?
No, definitely. That's definitely like a one or the other type thing.
It's gonna kill my thing, right? Because Evo, it's like you're going to Nevada, you get to enjoy it, right? Because you're in Las Vegas, bro. Like,
Yeah.
go to the casino and whatnot, right?
Yeah,
Go out on the Las Vegas Strip, right? But like Japan is just a very cool country.
Japan
Right.
is very cool.
We watch a lot of anime. It's a very
Yes.
cool country.
Dude, I'd love to go to Akihabara. That's like the anime central of Japan, basically.
Oh yeah.
Where they have all the Japanese shit.
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things I want to search up before we go to Japan, if we ever go to Japan, right? I think I might plan my Japan trip for later on, right? Because it's gonna be like,
I would also like to go
yeah,
with you, so we, you know, Japanese brothers.
you already know.
Uh, yeah, no, I low key kind of want to go to a maid cafe in Japan just to see what it's like.
I mean, there's gonna be a big language barrier, but I think they'll know what I'm saying with my face, bro.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I definitely want to do a lot of fun stuff. There's gonna be a lot of crazy stuff to do in Japan, but like I still like going there. I still want to like respect the country.
Oh yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely.
Definitely like not do
Definitely
any, like,
should
crazy
see
shit,
like
right?
the scenic sights like Mount Fuji and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't think definitely not gonna travel all over Japan. But
Yeah,
like I do want to. I want to search up when the cherry blossom thing is out because I know that's a big thing in Japan.
I would
They always
love
have like
to see that.
they always have their festivals and stuff. I want to take
Yeah,
pictures of that. Right, that's always really cool to try to see.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, like I said, that's probably gonna be a big thing for like later, right? Because I know Michael would probably want to come with us. I kind of want to get the whole gang to go, right?
Yeah, that would be nice actually.
But with Jared, he's probably busy that day, so
Damn,
right.
catching strays out here in this podcast.
Next year, definitely, I want to go to Evo. Right?
Next year.
Yeah, I think next year that's probably gonna be a plan.
Oh shit.
Go to
All
Evo.
right.
Because first of all, it's in America. America's just over there, right?
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's literally right there.
It's better than just traveling overseas to Japan. That's probably gonna be a long ass flight.
Hmm.
Definitely. I'm not sure because there's gonna. It's probably not gonna happen with the 2 weeks that I'm off.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
I think it's gonna be like a month beforehand.
it's gonna be a little weird, like trying to get all this shit together.
Yeah, but that's actually supposed to be off this week or next week. I could probably still just chill out at home, but I need money, so I need to go to work.
You already know.
But yeah, next year, I definitely want to go to Evo because that's definitely an experience I want to actually experience once.
Yeah,
Right?
same.
That is definitely something I definitely want to just go to, play matches, drown in pools, and just watch Evo
Yes,
live. Right?
same. But also take photos with cosplayers
Cosplay, bro. You want to take photos with cosplayers, bro? I want to take photos with fighting game people.
and those too.
Right?
I mean, I
'Cause-
took a couple in Gommel.
yeah, I know. I guess the biggest thing I want to take a picture with Yipes, right? Everybody else like, oh yeah, oh look that person, right? Mango, Hungry Box, right? Bro, I saw Yipes, bro. I was like, bro, bro, I want to shake hands with him, bro. But like I was
That's fair, that's
I was talking on the phone, because I mentioned this last podcast. I was doing trying to fix problems, right? So I couldn't take a photo with him, unfortunately. Even though he walked right by me and it was right there, I couldn't take a photo with him.
Damn,
Right?
that sucks, bro.
I did meet him and shake hands with him though.
Yeah, I mean, you got that. That's something.
Why do you think my hands are so rough? I haven't washed them since. No, I'm joking. But
Goddamn.
yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, but definitely next year. I think the biggest person I want to meet is the biggest person who got me into fighting games. Actually, Maximilian, dude.
Oh
Right?
yeah, I'd like to meet him too. He seems like a chill dude.
Yeah, he doesn't. It doesn't look like. I'm not sure if he'll go to Evo next year. I know he's there this year, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not sure because like he has family stuff, so I'm not sure if he'll go next year. But if he does, and I end up going, oh, I want to meet him. Oh, I want to meet him. They also show off new games anymore, right? So
Yeah, that's usually where all the big reveals are.
yeah, and that's something definitely I want to check out tomorrow because that's when all the top 8s are happening, and I want to see all of them reveals.
We're gonna feel the hype when we're there, bro.
Oh yeah,
Like Gommel, that shit was kind of hype, but like we didn't really do melee.
Yeah.
Melee,
melee,
whatever.
melee.
We didn't really do that.
Yeah.
So, but Gommel. Wait, no. But Evo.
Yeah, Evo's gonna be good. It's
Dude.
definitely gonna be good.
My eardrums are gonna explode. Like I can already tell.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, I think I definitely want to go to. I want to go to Evo so bad.
Mm.
I wanted to go since high school. I wanted to go.
Since high school.
Yeah, since I learned about it, I watched that one Evo video, and I'm like, I want to go. I want to go so bad. Right?
Which one? There's like a lot of Evo videos.
The one that the Score Esports did with the top Evo moments of all time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The reset, the axes, four stock.
Oh yeah.
Right?
All the big shit.
Oh, the big shit. The fucking Evo moment 37. Right?
Iconic.
Literally iconic. I have a shirt and a sweater. Right? And I think my biggest thing when I was younger is I want to be a fighting game player, like a fighting game pro. Right? Even now, I still feel like I could still go pro, but I'm held back. Like, I'm gonna be real. I'm held back by laziness. Right? I don't want to. I don't want to do a lot of stuff.
That's
right?
fair. That's fair.
But like, I'm still pretty experienced with fighting games. Right? I even if I don't become pro, I think the biggest thing I still could want to do is be like a fighting game influencer. Right? Because you said I got you into fighting games.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right?
More or less.
Right. I wanna try to do that more. I want to make fighting games seem so much fun. Right. And one of the biggest things I try to do is just rage quit compilations. Right. Like, hey, look at this. I play Dragon Ball FighterZ. Is it so funny how they're quitting on me like this? Right. And there's gonna be a lot of things because people are like, oh, what do you mean? I didn't buy this game for $60 just so I could lose like that. Out of here. I bought the game. I can quit whatever I want. That is a legit argument I see online all the time. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you bought the game. You're not even gonna play it, bro. What do you mean? But I want to try to make fighting games more fun for other people. I want them to like see it the way I see them. Right?
You should do an essay video about it.
I should. I know that's one of the ideas I had, which is why fighting games are something so special.
Yeah.
Right? But I think the biggest another one I'm trying to do is I'm doing a lot of fight. I have a lot of fighting game ideas. Right?
Yep.
One of them is wrestling and fighting games. Right?
Yes.
And that one I just really wanted to gush about King and how much I love King. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I was also going to talk about more wrestling fighting game characters, but there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
I mean,
right?
yeah.
Because I want to touch on Street Fighter, because Street Fighter have a few. Dead or Alive has La Mariposa, who's also just Lisa, right? All of them are Lucha Libre, but like there's also just wrestling moves in fighting games, right? Like I would definitely want to talk about Zangief. I want to talk about the other one in there. And there's one in King of Fighters.
It's the one in Skullgirls.
One in Skullgirls, right? I'm definitely going to talk about a few of them. Be like, hey, who's your favorite? The classic.
Of course.
Who's your favorite? Leave it in the comments below so I won't read it.
Damn.
No, but no, it's definitely something I wanted to touch on because, as you know, I love wrestling so much.
You are a big wrestling guy.
Right, I was wearing a wrestling shirt before the stream, before the run.
Can you imagine if this stream, bro?
That was really funny, right? But I was wearing a wrestling shirt before, and I have like 4 wrestling shirts. I was planning to get another one. But I think because wrestling and video games are two of the things that really helped me through my childhood, right? And they're a big part of me growing up, right? How I made a lot of my friends through video games, right? And also how I spent time with my family was watching wrestling. So like I said, big part of like growing up for me.
Oh, that's
right.
That's pretty wholesome, actually.
Yeah. So when I see it in fighting games and I recognize things like in real life, I think I was talking to you about the figure 4 leg lock. Right, the submission hold that is one of King's moves, right? And I will say how cool it was because I was watching a video and somebody did it and it got reversed, and how cool it was. That was the actual reversal that you would do on the figure 4, right? I definitely wanted to just do like a live demonstration, just get you on the ground to get you in it. but how to reverse it is that you would turn over, right? Try to turn over with it locked in. It'll start hurting the other person,
Huh.
right?
Interesting.
And the reason why it's called a figure four is because when the person's legs look like a four when you get it in, right?
Ah.
But yeah, wrestling and fighting games is so cool to me because like, there's a lot of different styles, right? But because I love wrestling, when I see it, I start gushing, right?
As you are right now.
I think like even Tekken 7 when King had that Okada costume,
Okay, yeah.
right? That you can put on, and his super move would switch, so he's doing the Rainmaker. I was like, oh my god. And the thing is, I didn't know that until I got Tekken 7, and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of like Japanese wrestling stuff in here, right? So they'd have the Bullet Club t-shirts, which if you have, I have like, I had one when I was younger, but I have two of them now. One was like all ripped, torn apart. I think I threw it out, but Bullet Club is like a big wrestling club in Japan.
Okay.
I think it was actually mentioned in the Super Patch Wolf video that one of the guys who portrayed, him switched to Bullet Club. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they were really big when like 2016, 2017. They're still alive today, but it's not as big, right? Because they're like so blown out of proportion, whatever. But man, they were so cool back then. They
I
were
see.
so cool.
Interesting.
And
I don't know.
yeah. So what was I talking about?
I don't know. Something about wrestling.
Oh, you already know. But yeah, just the wrestling stuff in Tekken, which is really cool to see. Oh yeah, the Tekken shirt. They have a lot of Bullet Club shirts, and they have the Okada shirt thing. There's actually a lot of other stuff that's cool about wrestling, like Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh. His face is based off of wrestling legend, right?
Okay.
King in Tekken 3, his mocap is one of the coolest wrestlers today. Also an old ass wrestler.
Okay.
I love it. I love wrestling.
As someone who has only dabbled in wrestling, I can only sort of get what you're saying. But
No worries, it's fine. If somebody watches this podcast and watch wrestling, they'll know what the fuck I'm talking about. So I love wrestling.
it's going to appeal to a very specific
A
group of people.
very specific group of smelly-ass.
Man.
Actually, I kind of want to go back to Evo because I just remembered something. So there's a rule set that started trending on Twitter. If you didn't see the rule list for Evo,
The rule list. I did not see it.
yeah. So there's a lot. It was very controversial because I guess one of the biggest things is you can't have strollers in Evo, and everybody's like, why?
Strollers.
Yeah. So where do I put the baby? Right? So somebody made a joke. It's like, if that baby ain't walking on two legs, you get kicked. Right? And that kind of reminded me of other funnier rule sets. And I guess my favorite one was, if you have bad body odor, you cannot. That reminded me again of the Yu-Gi-Oh one, where some girl, people were like, oh, she left because she got uncomfortable or whatever, and she went on Twitter and saw all of that. It's like, hi, I'm the girl in the thing who left. Da, 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 da. That's not the reason why I left. It's not because I felt uncomfortable. It was because of the smell.
Good lord.
I was like, yo, please take a shower.
Good lord.
You are scaring the bitches.
Not the hose.
Right? I think that's still very funny when you see like a big thing where the community is known for its smell. And you're like, it's probably just like a joke or whatever. But you go to like one of these tournaments and one of the rules it says, please have good body odor. Take a shower, wear deodorant or whatever. It's just like, yo, this is actually so funny.
Good lord.
Some people are just bussy out here.
Well, they don't call them sweats for nothing.
You already know. You see that picture with where people like the chairs after Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. It's like the white chairs that have Bro, every time I see that, I just start like, bro, there's a famous picture of somebody just like, see that shit, bro? Like, oh my god.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
Probably not at the location, but in hindsight.
You know,
Oh,
please wipe your ass.
please wipe your ass.
Oh yeah.
God damn, it's an hour 20.
Oh shit. I guess we can start wrapping up.
We're good at rambling when it comes to it.
Yeah, it looked like it was gonna be bad at first, but we just started rambling. Yo, what are these two yapping about? What do you mean wrestling?
What do you mean wrestling? Like I myself was gonna go into a diatribe of sports anime in general because God, I love that shit.
We literally just started talking about fighting games. That's all we talked about.
Pretty much, I guess that's the topic for this video.
Yeah, there you go.
Fighting games.
Isn't it great?
Isn't it crazy? Isn't it great?
Yeah, we didn't even get into like the meat and bones.
We did not. We are literally scratching the surface of everything fighting games has to offer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think we could wrap this up. About
Perhaps.
now. All right. I guess next time we can come up with a different topic. Try to stay over there for that
Probably.
topic.
We could talk about that. We could talk about sports anime or whatever.
Or just anime in general.
or just anything, really.
Yeah.
It's a podcast. We can.
It is a podcast.
It is
We do
our
it.
podcast. We
do
can
it.
talk about whatever the fuck we
Fuck
want.
we want, nigga.
You already know.
But yeah, very
Yeah.
successful talk.
Perhaps.
It was nice talking to you, buddy.
It's like, it's like some kind of business.
And we'd like to thank you if you watched
Yeah.
the video for joining us on our podcast.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.
And also subscribe to BillyBoBBerson and Court Slays.
Yes. Also subscribe to our podcast. We only have 2 subscribers, and that is you and me.
That is Court Slays and
Court
BillyBoBBerson.
Slaves and BillyBoBBerson.
Please subscribe because we want to talk more.
Yes. I mean, we're going to talk anyways. You don't need your input, but...
Yeah, fuck you.
We're just haters like that, you know? It's just,
Thank you so much for watching.
yeah, thank you for listening, if you're not watching, because, podcast.
You already know.
Is... Don't look at this.